Okay, good morning folks. I hope you're keeping well. So in this tutorial, what we're going to be having a look at is finding the true shape of an object that is on the oblique plane. So I did a simple little sketch here today, and we're going to look at a couple of different methods. Now, if you actually look at your book, there's actually 4 different methods. I'm not going to go through them all, to be honest with you. I'm just going to cover 2, okay? And the 2 that I'm going to be covering today is this one. Okay, so and this one is going to be like we have this. Now I often refer to oblique planes as like sheets of glass, and we have a flat 2D laminar on the oblique plane. Now you can, if you want to put that in layman's terms, it's almost like a sticker on that sheet of glass. And all we're going to do is we're going to knock down the oblique plane so it's resting on the horizontal plane, and then we'll be able to see the true shape of this planar, or if you want to think of it, it's almost like a sticker. But anyways, we're finding the true shape of this object. Now, just for a bit of a recap, I've the setup done to save me some time. And the oblique plane can be set at any different kind of angles, okay? But for these demos, we've them at 45 and 30 because that's what our set squares are, to make them easy. So this one, I have it in plan view. Basic orthographic tells me the points must be up there somewhere above. So I'll just bring them up there, parallel to the horizontal trace. Where they hit the XY line there, I'm going to bring them straight up. And there, this guy over here. And where they hit the vertical plane now, we're just going to slide them across, okay? Give me point A, B, and C, and we can just rejoin them up. Now, to rebut this, one technique you could use is we're going to pick a point P anywhere here on the vertical trace. I'm going to drop that down onto the XY line. And we'll call this Q where it hits it. Now, I'm going to go off at 45 degrees because, why? Because 45 degrees is perpendicular to the horizontal trace there, okay? And then we'll get our compass. I'm going to set it on T, set it to P. And I'm just going to swing that around like so. And I'll just have to extend on this guy a little bit. And that point down here now, I'll just put that in a dashed line. That point down here, that's where now we can draw the vertical trace when it has been knocked down onto the horizontal plane, similar to our sketch here, okay? Now, all we have to do after that then is bring all our points across. So A, they're all coming across now perpendicular to the horizontal trace. So these are light construction lines. And again, we're going to bring them up here, excuse me, until they hit the XY line. So if you take point C here, bring it up there, where it hits here, we'll bring it down. And now we'll bring it across. That'll get me C here on the true shape. And I'll just do the same for the rest of them there. And that'll give me, excuse me, that'll give me the true shape there. And then you can just light the shade in that. So that's one method, folks. Now, another way of doing that would be by setting up an auxiliary over here. So you can just draw in these roughly, okay? I've not given you any specific measurements. Just draw it in something roughly like that. Again, this time I'm doing the opposite just for a recap as well. So if you take point A there, bringing down point A. Now, basic orthographic says it must be somewhere on this line here where it hits the XY line. Drop it down and come across, and that'll give me A in plan view. And I'll just do quickly the same for the rest. Okay, so that's our plan view. Now, we're going to do an auxiliary for this one, and I am very fond of doing auxiliaries, as you know, because they can help us to solve such a wide variety of questions among different topics, okay? So we have a true length line, albeit part of a true length line, okay? That's resting on the horizontal plane. So we can look in there at 90 degrees at this here, and we'll set up an auxiliary view. So I would already set up the XY line there just to save some time, okay? Now, you can, anywhere you want, take a height. So I'm putting in that red line there for a height. And I'm going to bring that up. Now, whatever that height was, if you check it there with your set square, we're going to create the exact same height up here. Now, that is a point then on the oblique edge view of the oblique, it's the point on the oblique plane. But by having a true length, okay, we can look along it. We'll see the true length of the point view here, okay, point view, and it let us see a plane as an edge view, okay. So this is an edge view of oblique plane. Okay, now I'm just going to bring up also, now we won't actually see these, we'll just see an edge view of this planar as well. Okay, so we'll just bring them up and bring up this guy. And I'll just get a pen there. So that's B, C, and then we have A here as well then, okay? Now, so that still doesn't get us the true shape, but it gets us on the way. Now, there might be a couple of more steps than this question over here, but I do like these because the auxiliaries, you know, they're so handy for if you can see an edge view of something. Another thing you could do actually down there is set up a second auxiliary. Okay, if you looked in there, you could see the true shape by measuring off the X, Y to plane. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get our compass and we're going to rebat this down onto the ground. Okay, so we're seeing the edge view. We're going to knock it down and we're going to bring it back to plan view. Now, so we're knocking all these guys down onto the ground, and then we're going to drop them down this way. Now this one is for B, so we're going to bring all these guys out now, perpendicular to the horizontal trace. That'll get me B out there. I call it B1. This guy coming out here, get me A1. And then this guy coming out there will get me C1. Now, so all of those coming out perpendicular to the horizontal trace. And we can join them up now. And that will get us a true shape there of that planer, which, as I said, is like a sticker stuck on the oblique plane. So all we're doing is we're batting it down onto the ground and letting us see the true shape. Now, as I said, there's 4 different ways of doing that. I like this one. It's fairly short, okay, and snappy. If you get stuck, we're going to be doing auxiliaries all the time, okay. So this one is always a fail-safe, I find. So get an edge view of the oblique plane, bring up the points, put your compass here, just bat it down onto the ground, bring all your points down then, and out perpendicular to the horizontal trace, as we said. And that'll get you a true shape, okay? So that's it, fairly short and simple today. That's Oblique Planes 4. I hope you found that useful. Keep tuned, folks, more videos to come. Okay, good luck.